Hi, I just wanted to share with you quickly how you can use West OS to create assignments, video assignments that have got interactive component to them. They've got questions. There's a lot of stuff already on there, so I'll show you how to use one of the existing ones, and then I'll show you how you can create something yourself. So you'll find the tile for West OS on your dashboard. If you haven't got it already, you'll be able to search for it if you look in the app library. So once you go into it, it takes you straight into ClickView. And just for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to go into the secondary library here. So I might choose something suitable for my subject. You can also search up at the top, but the subject headings are actually pretty decent anyway. Food technology. And I'm going to, for the sake of this, I'm just going to use this one at the top. Now, if you're wanting to use one of the existing interactive ones, you just look for this little bar here, and that tells you that there's a video version of this available plain, but also a second version of it that's got questions attached to it. So I'm going to go with this one here. And as it opens up, so I'm actually not going to watch it. But if I look down the page here, I can see it's got this little tab here for interactive video. So when I click on that, we can have a quick look at the question list. So this will give us a breakdown of the questions that are attached to this. So you can decide whether you think they're good. If not, you can make your own version with your own questions. So I'm quite happy as this. Of course, you've also got the option there, you can print it as a worksheet. I should also point out as well, there are other questions resources up here that are relevant. There's actually, I don't know what this one is, but on previous ones, you get actual full page question pages with the exercises which are related to the video as well. So there's a lot of information for these videos as well. It's not just the video itself. But for the purpose of doing an online an online assignment within Google Classroom, if you're quite happy to go ahead with the interactive video as it is, you need to save it to your workspace. And you can, from this point, just share it with your students. But what I'm going to do is I'll show you how to find it in your workspace. So I'm going to close that just now and then go to your workspace. And this menu at the side here, you'll see interactive videos. So this is the video that I want to share. And if I go to this option here, I can take this link. So I'm going to copy this link. And then if I go into the classroom where I want to post it, I can go to Classwork and I'm going to create a new assignment. And I'll call this view test. And you can put some info in here. And then you add it as a link. And this is going to link that interactive video directly with the classroom. Now, the way that it works is the students will automatically be logged in to their Glow account by using the Google Classroom. So they'll be transported from their Glow account into the ClickView, into the West OS page, and then it'll take the details so that it'll attach their name to their results. So I'm going to actually show you that in a wee second. I'm just going to assign this first. So I think there was 5 questions in there. Just for the sake of this, I'm going to change the mark. And I'm not going to assign it to all students. I'm just going to put it on our pretend student, Google student, and I'm just going to assign this now. So I'm going to swap this view now and go into another browser which I've got open, and in here I've got Test Kitchen from a student perspective open. So if I go into this, you can see that we have this assignment now. So by clicking on that, so this is the student's view. So they'll find this, it will be open up in their page like this. They will click on that assignment. And and it does take a wee while because it's going through a few stages. If it's the first time they've logged into it, they will have to click on a menu on the left, on the right-hand side of the screen, which will ask to take them in. And then hopefully this is going to load. They don't actually have to verify their email at the top there. If you're a teacher though, and you're doing it in your account for the first time, then definitely make sure you verify it. So I'm just going to press play on this. Now you can see these marks along here. These are points where the questions occur. What's different to this compared to the Edpuzzle one I've shown people before is this one you can actually fast forward, unfortunately. So this should take us up to a question. Okay, so this one here is a multiple choice one. So I'm just going to randomly choose one. Okay, and then they save and continue. Oh, and I got it wrong. That's not a surprise. And then continue. So I'm going to skip through here and get up to my next question. And we've got missing words. So they're able to type in missing words. Businesses use a mixture of, I don't know. And okay, so maybe I should actually try doing them properly. So I've skipped across a question here, skipped across another one. Have a go at doing the last one. Oh no, come back.
And the subsequent ability of a business to identify how best to meet consumer demands.
There should hopefully be another question just before the end. Okay, so they're looking for some stuff in here. All right, okay. So obviously we hope our students put a bit more effort into it than I did, but that's just to show you. So you can see here, this is they get feedback instantly on the questions that they did. They can have another go as well if they like. So that's fine, they're happy with that. They're all done. So they're gonna take this assignment and they're just gonna close it. And then hopefully they'll remember to mark as done. Once it's finished at that end, I'm just going to pop back into the Google Classroom in here. So this is again, we're back in the teacher's perspective. I'm just going to quickly refresh my page. So it will hopefully show that when I do that, that there's one student handed in their work. But instead of viewing it from here, you have to go back into Clickview, into your Clickview account. So if you go, I'm just going to refresh the page here as well. Hopefully it'll have linked up quickly. There we go. We can see where it says view results 1. Now this is quite good because it gives you the analytics, and this is where you'll find the students' grades and how successful they've been with the actual scoring. So we can see here one student has carried it out and they've had one attempt, and then you can look at their score and you can see which ones they got correct. It usually tells you at the top, yeah, it does, one answer that needs marking. So you can just mark this one question and you can decide whether it's correct or incorrect. And then you take it back to the analytics. So you'd be able to see it by name. Okay, so that's where you get your results and you'd be able to add those. You can also export them as well. Now, if you're wanting to create your own smart interactive videos, if you find a video, whether it's on the Exchange or whether it's just in general Clickview, or you want to upload your videos as well, you can do. You can choose a episode. I've actually got one I started on here, a wee episode of Kitchen Nightmares. All the swearing's not in this one, so that's okay. So if I go into this one here, I've only put one question into this one. If I press on that there, but I've put in a part where they can skip. So they've got to list the problems that they found in that restaurant so far. So it doesn't have to be specifically different types of questions. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, if I go back, and if I go into my options here, what I can do is I can continue to edit this. So I'm going to add my edit option. Okay, so if I press play and say I want to add another question, just here, for example, this brings up, because you're in the editing interactive mode, you've got these options here. So these are the types of questions you can do. You can multiple choice, short answer, true or false. If you want them to list things as well, they've got missing words. I've not tried image. I'm not really sure what you do with that, but you could have a play with it. And then when you're finished with it all, it's just a case of saving and continuing. And then this will be kept in your workspace, and it will be in the interactive videos, and just whenever you're ready to put it out, you do it the same way that I showed you. The final thing I just want to show you in Exchange is if you go searching for anything that's you're maybe wanting a copy of, because this was the thing I got most excited about with Clickview, is being able to download all those videos that I wish I'd recorded ages ago. So if you find something you like, I'm going to put in Food Unwrapped. I'm always wishing I'd recorded episodes of Food Unwrapped. Then you get to the end of them and then you can never find them again. So for example, Food Unwrapped goes vegan. Okay, so that's quite a good one. So if I go into this, I can add it to my workspace. Now that sometimes takes a wee while for it to happen, but this one's nice and quick. So if I go to my workspace, and if I go into my options, I've then got this little box down here where I can download it. And that way I can download it onto my computer as an MP4 file. I can keep it on a memory stick. I can go and do whatever I like with it afterwards. Because if you're using the West OS at the moment, on the 31st of March, I think it is, the free trial runs out and we'll only have access to the West OS videos. We won't have access to the Clickview Exchange and libraries. So it's definitely worth going in and having a wee see if there's anything that you want to borrow. So I hope you found that useful. There's quite a lot of good features in Clickview, and if we've only got it for a short time, then I think we should really make the most of it. Thank you.